is probably the weirdest piece of lead I have ever found. Actually, it fell into the right hands. I've written several books on the paranormal in the north of England, and this is a witch stone for protection. What they've done, normally the farmers used to protect their animals by having the heart of an animal and sticking pins in it or nails, iron, and it used to protect the animal, so they believed. This has nails hammered into the lead. Now, the lead being heavy, it would absorb, to their mind anyway, it would absorb all of the evils and the demons and things. And iron being an attractor, protection. So that was hung up, that bit's broke off because it was a hook. The rest are still where they were, I should say, because those are nail heads. They haven't rotted. They're the heads of the nails. So, hung up in a barn or hung up in the house as a protection. You got to remember, we're talking 16th, 17th, 18th, even 19th century here. I'll just show you a picture from one of the books I did about a similar item. There we go. Mummified heart of a sheep or a bullock, stuck full of pins. Constitutes an attempt to ward off cattle disease by persons in Starkey Street in Keighley, where it was recovered from under the floorboards. All sorts of charms were used, because they really did believe in witches and evil spirits. But if I hadn't actually known about this, I'd never known what that piece of lead was. It's amazing. I really love sites on lead. You never know what you're going to find. Weird and wonderful little effort. Okay, let's have a look at some more lead from the collection. I'm just sorting through this, that and the other, so there's whatever's coming up, I'm just showing you. Everything can be talked about. Remember, I was on about the loom weights last time, and these are the sort of things. Well, also from that mill came this, and I got to be very heavy. I got to be very careful. This is very heavy, and I mean heavy. If I drop this on the wife's stove, she'll kill me. Could be a steel yard weight, I don't know. I've never actually found a steel yard weight. I think it's to put tension, lots of tension on something. Is that it is heavy, really heavy. Another thing found around the mills, chunks of lead. These are handles, locker handles, door handles. And they just had the chunk of lead and the piece of iron that went through them. See, these again, they're for little levers for the machines, and they just had a piece of steel and a blob of lead on the end. These come from Westhouse Mill, and I have never known so much lead on a site as here. Their place was covered. I made a fortune in scrap. Right, odds and ends of little things. See these? Oh, interesting. It's out of a 12-volt car battery. I don't know, some of the most weird-looking things that you probably stood within a few feet of one and don't realise it. This, my goodness, look at that. But the question is, what is it doing 50 miles from the coast? It's a deep sea long line weight, fishing weight. You you tie your long line to this, and you've got a hook coming off here that you put a worm on, and then you spin the line round your head, and whoa, you throw it into the sea, and it catches fish. But it's a deep sea weight, or a salt sea weight, I should say. 50 mile inland in a field. He must have been practising. Right, look at these. Might as well, a bit of knowledge here while we're at it. You know all these seals I get, the Russian flag spale seals, they got two little holes go through it, and it's called a buller seal. They're not just the Russian, there's loads of buller seals with these two holes, and they put two threads through and squash it flat. Bob's your uncle. The other kind is called a tubular. See? And that has got, it's almost like just a piece of lead tubing, and they put the strings through and they fasten it. But this is a weirdo, because this one is a tubular, and it's got a little bit in the middle which makes you think it's a buller, but it's a tubular. Oh, there's all sorts of weird and wonderful stuff. Yeah, okay, let's have a look at some of the spindle whorles. Now, you see a lot of these on this site, the lead site, and mostly they're like this, and they've got designs on, because they're at least medieval, if not older. Whereas the ones that I'm picking up in my neck of the woods, because part of it was a plantation for donkeys' years, and a lot of it round my way, it was only cleared for the Second World War or the First World War to grow food. And before then, it was just wilderness. So most of the spindle whorles from my neck of the woods, they're just plain. They were used in farmhouses, and there's nothing fancy about them at all. Little beehive one, and even then it's not, it's lopsided. But they're spindle whorles. It should be, and even when you get one, they're broken. Should be on your bucket list. Now, I did I've done a bit of business all around the world, this, that and the other, and travelling, and picked up, they make spindle whorles out of clay, suitable rocks with the holes in, all sorts of things. This is a Chinese one, and it's a blood jadestone. And they're pretty hard at these things. But that is a spindle whorl. Normally they're only this big. They're small gem-like things. And they also wear them round the neck as pendants. But that was rather a large effort of the spinning. What would they be spinning in China? Silk, probably. But there you go. Weird and wonderful. So there you go, just another little chat. But keep your eye out for one of these. As far as I'm aware, this is the only one in existence. It's lead to soak up all the evil spirits, and it's got nails hammered in, and they're like antennae. They're iron, they attract the evil and soak it up into this lead, which is so heavy they can't get away. They used to believe that. We've come a long way. Till I see you next time. You take care. It's out there. Go get it.